You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the November 21st meeting of the Michigan City Licensing Board. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
All right, we're going to call this meeting to order and ask for a roll call of members.
Pastor Carroll,
Here.
Joe Clark,
Here.
Dwayne Seifert,
Here.
Mark Panicha,
Here.
Hashem Khalil is not here, and Dahlia. I'm here.
Looks like we've got a quorum, so we're going to move ahead. First order of business, ask for your approval of the minutes from our previous meeting.
Motion approved.
Second. Motion made, seconded. Any questions? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Next part of the agenda is old business. Anyone have any old business? I think we had things pretty well cleaned up last month, so we'll move on. New business. We have a license application here. We'll get that going. From Christopher Kraus, Valparaiso, Indiana, doing business as Amps and Volts Electric Incorporated. He has his money has been paid, his bond is in place, he's got a certificate of insurance. Looks like he took the Masters International Council exam on 8/24 of 22 and passed it. We have a couple letters here. I'm writing to recommend Christopher Kraus. I'm an officer at Gary Police Department, and Christopher has been my electrician for several years. As my electrician, he's always shown me nothing but respect and expert craftsmanship. During his time on my projects, he's worked on several aspects of the system and made it much safer. I've always put a premium on dependability amongst those I choose to do business with, and Chris has never failed to deliver. He even came out and showed notice that my electric meter spontaneously needed to be changed after NIPSCO wires melted inside it, and I was able to get my power back that same night. He's very honest. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend him to anyone. Sincerely, Sean Melendez.
Normally he's supposed to be a professional, but it sounds like he is a professional as an officer, and plus he sounds like he has projects with. Yeah.
Okay. Second letter, which is also not on the letterhead or anything. We'd like to recommend Christopher Kraus, House of Amps and Volts, to be licensed in electrical needs in Michigan City. On multiple occasions, we've had the pleasure of having Christopher come out to service our residents, and he's always been courteous, precise, and meticulous. We would not hesitate to recommend Christopher along with any other member of the Amps and Volts electric team to our friends, neighbors, and family. Sincerely, Alyssa and John Emery from Westville, Indiana.
That's I was getting with that with the first one.
Pardon?
I thought it had to be a letterhead from a business.
Yeah.
Is the third one the same way?
Yeah, none of these are any letterhead or anything. This letter is to recommend Christopher Kraus as an excellent option for electrical needs. He's hardworking, precise. Almost the same needs. He has proven experience with over 15 years under his belt. I recently recommended Christopher to the Michigan City Animal Control to work at her house, Jackie Euler. Unfortunately, subsequently learned Chris is not currently licensed to work in Michigan City. He's got the experience in residential electricity, installing generators, and reading electrical drawings. He graduated from Purdue and a bachelor's degree and earned his journeyman status after 4 years in the IEC apprenticeship. Above and beyond that, he has industry certifications and degrees. Sincerely, Kristen Kearney.
That one have from a business or none?
Well,
Not a letterhead from the company or anything, huh?
no.
We gotta turn them down.
Also, this, there's your thing.
Three letters of recommendation for reputable business or professionals not related by blood or marriage to the applicant.
I feel bad, but we've been staying consistent.
They have been staying consistent.
But he must have some customers he worked for.
He's been
If he's
around.
passed his test, he shouldn't have a problem getting a letter. He just gotta do it, that's
He's
all.
been in business.
Yeah, we gotta follow the sequence, that's for sure.
So, yeah, he shouldn't have any problem.
I'll make a motion to reject this one and make sure that he gets a letter from us telling him he's got to get these 3-letter recommendations from 3 different companies.
Yeah, maybe they can.
They should,
Done that,
they should copy this part when they
right,
talk to him.
right.
I hope they didn't tell them just over the phone, need 3 letters of recommendation and didn't
Yeah.
tell them.
God only knows.
Businesses are professionals is what it says. So to me, that's letterhead and somebody that's in business.
Second on your motion.
Second,
Like,
All right,
maybe
motion-
not to give you more work, but to maybe to write a note for them, the office, that if they're telling people that, because I feel bad if they just told them 3 letters of recommendation and didn't tell them it had to be a business. Does it say it on the application itself?
You should, did you just?
that paragraph should be on that application.
It
Yes.
should be,
I
and
thought it always
just,
was.
the letters must be on company letterhead. It is right here, this whole thing. 3 letters must be from 3 different reputable businesses or professionals
It
not
is on-
related by blood or marriage to the applicant.
Well, then he knows if you got that.
The letters
application,
must
he
be
read
on,
it.
So it's explained pretty.
yeah, and it's even underlined, the letters
I
must
thought
be
it
on
was
company
on, so,
letterhead.
yeah. So we got a motion made and seconded to decline this application until we get the proper letters of recommendation at our next meeting.
Mhm.
That sound like it?
Yep.
Any questions? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Any other new business? Anybody has? Public comment? Whoop,
I have a public comment.
yes.
I was just gonna ask, so in case something goes wrong with the contractor, let's just say, is there a process to withdraw their license, and how does, that get reported? Where this contractor really did not do the job or took money and didn't finish, how do you address that?
It's happened before. I can think of the one time, and quite frankly, that guy was gonna hurt somebody. He burned down a house. He was just bad news, and it took us, I'm not exaggerating, I bet it took us 2 years.
Wow.
It came out of the electrical inspector, came up to us, and I shredded that file about 6 months ago. It was up in my office, but I mean, we had all sorts of things. And the theory of the mayor at that time was, we don't want to put anybody out of business. And it took a lot. I mean, I spent a lot of time with the attorney, and she was, she understood everything. There was some other things going on that kept them out of there. But yeah, they're supposed to keep an eye on that in the inspection department.
Yeah,
If you have somebody that's just constantly doing that, they've got to bring it to us, and then we
Yeah,
start.
that's what I thought.
Bring it to the board.
If it was multiple infractions or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like working a little bit with code enforcement, trying to figure out some things, and that's one thing that came up, and I didn't even know how you.
It's between the inspectors and then the actual homeowners of businesses, can file complaints that things aren't being done right.
Yeah, basically it was enough if it was enough information that warranted it. I mean, if it,
Mhm.
to be
And
voted.
it still
on,
took 2 years though.
Yeah. He actually, a house burned down over on the west side, and the state electrical inspector, it was electrical that started that because it was a poor installation. I went over that one time. I had a woman on the phone crying on me. It's like 3:00 in the afternoon, 3:30, just bawling her eyes out because he hired this contractor. He came in, he was supposed to redo the service. He went about halfway and then wouldn't come back. And after about I don't remember if it was 6 months or 9 months, it was a long time. He had jumpered out the meter when he performed what he was doing. And even that was illegal for what he did. It was bad wiring, but he had jumpered out the meter, and NIPSCO inspectors came over, and saw what was on, and they were going to take her to jail. They shut her electric off and was going to take her to jail because she was stealing electricity. And she's just bawling, and this guy showed up at the door while I was talking to her and started, I could hear it yelling and screaming at her. And I said, shut the door and call the police. She says, I can't shut the door. He's got my foot. And she's telling me this. And I said, can you, if the door is open, did you hand that phone to him? And she did. And well, I said things probably,
Wow.
and basically either get off there, I'm calling the cops. She can't, I'm calling the police, and I may be there before they get there. I said, you gotta leave this. I mean, that's how bad it got. And it still took 2 years.
Was he there trying to get paid or something?
He was trying to get more money out of it. He'd fix it if he get more money.
Yeah.
Good. I couldn't believe the proverbials that guy had to do that. I mean, she's on the phone. Yeah, we ended up going over there and straightening it out. But and I think NIPSCO, I talked to the people from NIPSCO, and I think they made a settlement with her and understood that it really wasn't her fault. She just fired her. So anyway, it takes a while, no matter how bad they are. You can't just take their license away from them, unfortunately. Anything else? No public comment? If not,
Motion to adjourn.
that's what we need. Second. It's been made, seconded. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next month.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do the same.